The craft room is pretty much in a constant state of needing to be cleaned up. As you can see, if you've looked at the previous videos, I still haven't taken down this shoe rack, and I've actually put stuff on it. I got rid of something out of this room. I needed to store my Renaissance stuff. But all that changes today. So we're just going to do a quick overview of this disgusting room and everything that I've shoved in here and not paid any attention to. That's most of the fabric from Walmart. Sweater wasn't quite dry. Forgot that it was in here. My crafting table has stuff all over it. Floor's pretty good. I really don't... She peed on the floor, so we have to clean that up. But I just have stuff all piled up and on surfaces, and I really don't like that. So we're just going to do a quick overview. And I'm even going to show you, don't look too close. Cutting table is full. Litter boxes need to be emptied. Hopefully there's no poop in there. These are my project boxes, and this one is where this bag used to be, but it's gotten past the point of being in that box. That's usually for crochet, so all crochet is done, and I need to actually put the insert or the lining in the bag. My Tetris blanket, that's the project bag that was in. This is leftovers from that. This is probably going up not in order. The Tetris blanket has been done since the beginning of the month. It was my first thing to finish in 2019. But I haven't given you an update on those. Spoiler, not done yet. Anyway, I'll do that video when I get to it. These are Christmas presents. New sheet set from my sister. I tend to keep cards from, I want to say people I don't really care about, but not family members, not people that I'm going to be upset if I destroy the card. So I keep them to do crafts with. And then my sister got me this pad of paper that has my name on it. We're going to turn this way so I can not show my name. Not that it really matters, but and show these adorable kitty cat pens. Oh my god, aren't they cute? I thought they were adorable. If my sister's watching, it actually made me cry. You know, I've shared with you guys my kitty cat has cancer and she is dying, so these kitty pens really hit me in the feels on Christmas. Okay, so enough for the overview. Actually, I'll cover my name, because I forgot she did put my middle name on there, so I can show you the paper pad. Isn't that adorable? Looks just like my kitty cat. So, thanks Pookie, love you. Alright, now I'm gonna have to find a way to set up the camera so you can watch me but not see my face and see how I clean up. So I think the first thing that I'm gonna do is put away the yarn, and as you saw in the previous video, I got a whole bunch of yarn from the craft store. Sorry, not from the craft store, from the thrift store. So this bag of yarn And put that on the ground. That. This ball is big enough to go back into the yarn storage, but these little pieces are not, so I'll show you where they go. I'm always doing stuff with granny squares, so I must have miscounted. Granny square goes back into the yarn storage also. I actually attempt to keep all my yarn in the closet, and they're kind of separated out by color, a little bit by type. Yeah, and then projects. Project boxes. We're going to have one, maybe two. Yeah, two. They go back because I did finish 2 projects. These are green and red. That's books. Forget which color's in there. Teal and pink. Ooh, forget that. That needs to go back. Blue. I'm sorry. Black and gray are in. Hold on. That. And I had them out for the Tetris blanket, which, again, I didn't show you. It's actually sitting on top of it. So they actually go, I don't think, oh, I took the shelf down, so I have to go grab the shelf. But you can kind of see there's room for another shelf above there. And I really don't reach for that too much. This hamper, soft-sided hamper, has all my Caron Simply Soft, which I'm just now getting to be able to dig into. I'm super happy about that. Guys, you can see the board now. That was a complete pain in the butt. Try not to cuss. To get that up there without moving all that junk. I know, I should have, because I need to move this to put the basket back anyway. But so what we find is, thinking, oh my god, is that more Christmas fabric? Nope. It's Halloween clearance. Woohoo! As you can see, this basket has my blacks and grays. Acrylics, mostly Super Safer. I have to find room for that. Oh, 2 big skeins. They might not all fit. We'll see. Both of these skeins have been partially used, so I'm gonna rewind them on my Boy Winder, BOYE, and hope that they will all fit into here, because right now they're not going to. Took a bit of winding, but I was able to get everything but that one skein into this basket. I'll just put the skein next to the basket when I get it up on the shelf. There's really no light to see up here, but this is the basket, this is the shelf, and right here is the one skein that didn't fit. Kind of cleared out of space so you can see all the Caron Simply Soft. I'm going to put everything that's Caron Simply Soft back into that basket. But first, I need to put my 2 finished projects away. Well, okay, they don't have ends woven, but otherwise they're finished. And we're just going to make a little pile on top of the Tetris blanket. So then you can see that this is the fabric that I was talking about that I had already cut. that needs to be put in its place, which is actually right there. And you can see that this project bin doesn't have a project in it anymore because I finished it. But the Caron Simply Soft that's left over can go back in the hamper in the closet. While I'm messing around in the closet, I decided to do a little bit of a rearrange, see if I get everything inside the boxes instead of having a bunch of this junk in bags. 2 years ago when I made the yarn closet, this was full, so I'm making my way through my yarn, and it's time to rearrange. This fabric covered box had pinks and teals in it. Such a pretty color. It's down mostly to pinks. If you remember the teal and pink mittens that I made my sister for Christmas, came out of this box. I have everything pulled out on the desk now, and I definitely have way too much purple. And this is whites and off-whites. I'm going to try and condense everything so we get things out of bags and into these boxes where they're nice and protected. So I decided on doing purple and variegated. They fit together. And then white is just going to stay white, except I did put that skein, yeah, that's a little half skein, back where it belongs. I already have brown and orange together, so I'll just put these random oranges in that box. Might have to mush it around a little bit to make it fit, but I think it'll work. I rearranged the pink a little bit, and the yellow fits right in. Still makes everything nice and easy for me to just pull it out and pick out the color that I need. And that lets me fit blue, which is in this bag, and that one teal color, we're going to count that as blue, with the red and green. And that fits in there really pretty nicely. I told you that I sometimes use these project boxes to segregate some weird yarn. That is going to be the case, I'm eating my snack, with the odds and ends I have left of homespun, which you can tell Value Village is my favorite. It came from the thrift store. Of course I can't see the price. There we go, $1.99. I'm going to let all the boucle just reside in this bag. Guys, I didn't realize this little knitting needle was also a 13, so I'm thinking maybe it's for cabling. It's a little advanced for me, but we're going to keep it. My knitting needles just sit in this magazine case right there. I found some extra black and gray, which I have to get back up on the stool and put away. That is a little bit of crochet thread that I have, so that might be its home now, that shelf. Now that the yarn storage is tackled, slow pan, I should probably deal with this fabric in an interfacing situation, which is kind of hanging out all over the place. That's the Christmas fabric. Be careful not to turn around because I don't want you to see my face because I am the invisible goddess, but I did, let me see my butt either. I did find find my selfie stick, so I'm able to at least set you up and have you, I don't know, watch some of the process. So what I'm doing is taking the fabric, out of these bins, and setting them on the table. They all need to be put away. Really just putting like items together. This is interfacing, so it goes back in the pile. Not plugged in. Ribbon goes in my ribbon drawer. This is actually a work in progress. Still just clearing stuff off the table. This is all fabric. This is vinyl for the Cricut. I really don't know where I'm going to store that. So for right now, I'm just going to put it face down because it's got a little bit of work to it. Stick it underneath so it is out of the way. This is vinyl I already cut. It's vinyl I already cut, but it needs to be weeded. So just temporarily storing that under there. I love magic. And I love magic players. So this was given to me and I really like it. So I think I'm going to put it in front of my grandmother's sewing machine. So that's pretty good. We have the table cleared off. Super happy about that. Before I deal with the fabric, since I really need to find a spot for that, I'm going to deal with the interfacing. So the hamper on the left hand side is interfacing and the hamper on the right hand side is stuffing, but I might need to rethink that since I have a lot of interfacing right now, and I think I'm getting to the end of my stuffing. I like to keep my scraps. Looks like I didn't need to buy that SF-101, huh? Or the Decra Bond. Alright guys, so just bringing it in for a closer look. Oh, I'm in the light. So that's what's left in the interfacing side. This is what I was talking about with stuffing. This is scraps, fleece scraps that I could use as stuffing. But I'm actually down to one pillow form, or two pillow forms, two different shapes. And then the left-hand side, again with the thrift store, I really need to stay out of there, is weight beads for weighted blankets. So I think, since I really don't use this stuff all that much, trying to think of where I can put it. Maybe just drop these down to the bottom. Squish that down. Put that back. So I know where it is if I actually need it. And I should probably make two pillows just to get rid of that stuff. But I know where it is if I need it. And now I can put the remnant interfacing in this tub and leave the bolts in here. I know I have a foam remnant that I bought most recently, which is here. I'm going to stick that inside the foam so that all the foam can be together. This is Peltex Ultra Firm, and I'm going to rewind this and this onto this bolt so it's all together. Halfway there. Got glitter on it. Alright, so that's halfway there. I still need to put this on it, but I'm going to, I don't know, find some binder clips. See if I can do that better. So I need to clean off the table so I can actually re-roll this. This is the scraps. That's the one. more scraps. Just temporarily putting this in here. Before I rewrap that, maybe I will just attach or put all the 809 together. Receipts. Lost the SF101, which goes over here. I think there's another one in there. I do like to use the bags to hold them all together. It makes it easier to pull what I need, because it does want to stick to each other. Front. The fusible fleece is still in a tag, so that can go in the back. I don't want it in there so tight that I can't get it back out. This is batting scraps. Guys, I'm gonna be super happy. Whew. Okay, now re-roll. I take the scraps out first. It's like thin stuff that I got. It's so thin, we're just going to call it a scrap and put it in with the scraps. Yep. And then there's the other SF101. I don't know how to do this, guys. Can kind of see where it was. We're just going to have to do that. I way overbought on these. Such a good deal though. that already takes up the space. Just going to stick it right in the middle of the foam. I think that works pretty well, guys. And I'm not even going to separate these out further. Just those 2 bags and I know to go right for them. Once again, the table is empty. All the bolts and large yardage of interfacing over here, and then we have the short remnants and offcuts that I've already used. Clearing off the countertop, clearing off the dresser seems like the next logical thing to do. Remote control. I'm actually watching Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. This goes back in the car. We'll do papers. Cards. And that. Just taking a little cruise. Paper crafting is in the bottom. So that's where we're going to put these. Or maybe not. So you can see there's one from last year. Put those in there. This is bigger. Really doesn't fit in that category. But this is where it goes. I have a bunch of paper. Stationery is all in this drawer, so I think that's where this should go until I'm ready to use it. You really can't see it, but down on the bottom is construction paper. So that's where this should go. As you can see, we're already halfway there. I need to put the sheets away. linen cabinet is conveniently right next to the door. So we are almost done with this surface. This little bag is all that was left, and excuse me, on the dresser surface, it's really just odds and ends of stuff that needs to be put back in its place. So that's what we're going to do. Some of it's sewing, some of it's crochet. So this is one of my Rascog cards. You can see it's kind of organized a little bit. So put the sewing stuff back here. Tomato goes there. Wrist pin cushion goes on top of the other one. Stitch ripper that I'm constantly losing. Oh, no room in there. It goes there. So we're down to this, that, which is a good time to show you what I do with my extra yarn. And you get to see where you've been sitting. Well, this is what you've been sitting in right in that corner. Taking the receipt out, that goes downstairs with all the tax stuff. My little balls of yarn that are too small to do anything with go in this yarn container. And sometimes they find new life when I need just a teeny tiny little bit of something. This is where I grab for it. Guys, I really do put the tiniest little bit of scraps in there because you never know when you're going to need a stitch marker or something. I keep all of my not in use crochet hooks in this Weiler's Light container. You can see my 2 eye hooks have finished their projects, so they get to go back in there for future use. And since I really don't have a place just for latch hook, I'm going to put it in this little container right here. It's just a little makeup bag that holds my larger hooks. Both tabletops are cleaned off, and now I need to figure out what I'm doing with my fabric, which is piled up over here. I have to do some rearranging to make everything fit and still be accessible. Remember when I said this chest had all fabric in it? I kind of misspoke. Back here in the corner I have some gauze that I should probably get rid of because I really don't feel like making anything with it. But I miscellaneous stuff in the top drawer. The bottom 2 drawers are full of fabric. So what I think I'm going to do is find new homes for these items and maybe, you know, make the projects that I have been thinking about making for way too long. And then at least have all the holiday fabrics in here, and then back over here I should be able to put the rest of the fabric. So apparently I forgot that I actually had more fabric in here than I thought. That is my teeny tiny little pile of knits, which the majority are hand-me-down. Guys, I was actually able to make all the The holiday fabric fit in here. It's rearranged a little bit. That bag and that bag are Christmas. This is the one Valentine's-ish piece of fabric that I have. And then this bag up front is the Halloween fabric that I have. And as you can see, the drawer actually shuts. So this is all that I have left. The fabric that needs to be put away. I say all. That's a pretty good amount of fabric. That fabric needs to be put up in these kind of staging boxes that I have. Each one is a different design that I routinely offer. And then here's just a look at how the fabric is currently organized. I have a feeling that felt might get put in a different spot because it's not going to be used. It says able to rearrange all the fabric to make everything fit. I didn't touch anything on the top shelf. The clear vinyl and felt are now up in this bag. They used to be where all the canvas is. Next to the canvas is solids. Those are fat quarters I have to figure out how to use. This is unlicensed prints. This is licensed prints, and they are kind of separated into, let's see, everything below there is Disney. Everything below there is, below there is superhero, then Harry Potter, and Star Wars, and then those are actually scraps of fabric that I've already cut. And then we have some cool prints that aren't geek themed, really. This is specialty fabric, and this is kids fabric. It's at the bottom because I really don't anticipate me reaching for it before I use up all this stuff. So let's take a quick tour around the room, and then we'll say goodbye. I could lie to you guys and tell you that I moved this and just not show it. I don't feel like going downstairs, so my Ren Fair garb is just going to stay there. This should be my travel bag for my projects. This is my bag of bags, my trash bags. And then extra travel bags are in there. While I still have some light, hopefully I'll be able to photograph the Tetris blanket. I need to weave ends on the scarves, and then I need to finish this bag. That should be my next project. I put stuff back in the Raskog cards. And then back in this corner, that's an ottoman on the bottom. But the things on top of it are fabric that is, we're going to call them UFOs. I need to finish them up, and I've done other videos on those. And then on top are work pants. The black pants in the corner are the template that I'm using to alter these work pants. And then on top of that is hair bows that I need to finish up and a cross stitch. I have nothing in my rocking chair. Nothing on my table. I didn't show you guys before, but I'm not hiding anything underneath the table itself. A chair. And then what I do is, this looks like it's trash, but it's not actually trash. It is the scraps from, it's actually fabric scraps. I didn't really touch anything on this bookcase. Same thing with the drawers. I didn't rearrange them. I just stuck things back in them where they belong. We just went over my fabric. Left hand side has my bolts of interfacing. Right hand side has my stuffing and then interfacing scraps and remnants that I should choose first. And then the yarn closet. That's completely rearranged. I cleaned the litter boxes. I have a little leftover lunch. Then my vintage machines. I have the fabric backdrop for flat lays. The broom and dustpan are always there because I'm constantly sweeping the floor because of the litter. My dresser. We aren't going to go any further because then you could see me. I did light a candle. It smells pretty good. And then we're back to the front door. Oh. That's actually all the trash that I pulled out of the room. Not much at all. Thanks for checking out my craft room cleanup. See you next time.